Hello students, I am Dr. PC Cambodia, Associate Professor in the Department of English, PSR Government Arts College, Alwar, Rajasthan. This video class is for the students of BA Part 1st Compulsory English. And the topic that we are going to take up is comprehension passage in form of an exercise. I read the comprehension passage first of all, try to know what is it about, and thereafter, having understood it fully, we shall be solving its questions. I read the following passage and answer the questions that are given below in your own language. By far, the most common difficulty in study is simple failure to get down to regular concentrated work. This difficulty is much greater for those who do not understand how to work for a set plan and do not have a regular routine of timetable and study. Many students muddle along with a bit of this subject or that as the mood takes them, or letting their set work pile up until the last possible moment. Few students work to a set timetable. They say that if they did construct a timetable for themselves, they would not keep to it or would have to alter it constantly every now and then, since they can never predict from one day to the next what their activities would be in future. No doubt some temperaments take much more kindly to a regular routine work than others. There are many who say and goodbye to regular timetable and dislike being tied down to a definite program of work. Many able students claim that they work in cycles. When they become interested in a topic, they work on it intensively for 3 or 4 days at a stretch. On other days, they avoid work completely. It has to be confessed that we do not fully understand the complexities of the motivation to work. Most people over about 25 years of age have become conditioned to a work routine, and the majority of really productive workers set aside regular hours for the more important aspects of their work. The tough minded school of workers is usually very contemptuous of the idea that good work can only be done spontaneously under the influence of inspiration. That most energetic of authors, Anthony Trollope, wrote, there are those who think that the man who works with his imagination should allow himself to wait till inspiration moves him. When I have heard such doctrine preached, I have hardly been able to repress my scorn. Not many people are gifted with Trollope's great energy and physical strength, but he was undoubtedly right in claiming that a person can always do the work for which he is fitted if he will give himself the habit of regarding regular daily work as a normal condition of his life. Many creative writers have, in fact, disciplined themselves to perform a daily instinct. The great Italian dramatist Alfred even made his servant tie him to his study table. And here we end the comprehension passage. Having read the comprehension passage, we try to recollect what is it about. Naturally speaking, it is about setting the timetable and how to work in cycles. And those who do not have a set timetable, what happens with them? It is about the students and also about the workers. As we know that those who are more than 25 years of age, they also have the set routine. They can do the work in mechanical way because they are well accustomed, well practiced for that kind of work. Of course, that particular type of work makes them highly efficient, but this is not the work that we expect from a student. He has to study, he has to learn a lot, and he passes on to the next class. And in the next class, the timetable also changes, the content also change. So we have gathered an idea about the passage and its contents. Next, we come to the questions. We should read these questions carefully and should try to answer them briefly and to the point. And we should try to avoid lengthy answers in comprehension passages, because if unwanted information is written, then it may create some error in the answers. I read the questions. What does the author mean by the phrase muddle along? Now, we see that the phrase muddle along means that those who do not work according to a set plan cannot have regular routine of study, or they are a bit confused. They do little work of this type or that type, so they remain confused. The second question, why does the author exclude science or philosophy? Then science and philosophy are avoided because the subjects are not of this type. What is common objection? This is next question. What is common objection to the working to a set timetable? Then the objection to working to a set timetable is that we do not know what type of routine would be there the very next day. So they will have to make some adjustment and timetable will have to be changed. Of course, it is right to some extent, but it is not absolutely right for the routine of each and every day. Say, for example, if someone falls ill in our family, we have to take him to a hospital, and naturally, those hours were meant for study, but we have to change the timetable. But it happens occasionally, but not daily. We come to the next question. What is meant by working in cycles? Working in cycles means to have cyclic timetable. Cyclic timetable means, as we have read in the passage, giving a time slot of 3 to 4 days for one particular topic. We have daily timetable and we can have cyclic timetable. Daily timetable is divided according to hours, according to time. We have to change every now and then the subject or the work that we have to do, and those subjects or works, they are of several types. They keep on changing. But in cyclic timetable, rotational timetable for particular limit of days is not to be changed. That subject goes on for 5 6 days altogether, because it develops interest, and once interest is developed, we cannot leave that subject in between. Point out evidences from the text to prove that the author is not claiming to have universal knowledge. Now we have to check it from the text. The evidence to prove that the author is not given to claiming universal knowledge is that he says that we do not understand fully the complexities of motivation to work. So this creates some doubt, and we have to read and then write such answers exactly from the text. We come to the next question. What would be the best opposite of the word spontaneous as used in third paragraph? The opposite of the word spontaneous as used in third paragraph is labored. Then next question, point out an example from the text where the author overtly expresses agreement. An example where the author overtly expresses an agreement in the text is that he was undoubtedly right in declaring that a person can always do the work for which he is fitted. Then a person will do it more efficiently and more quickly. What extreme example of regular concentrated work do you find in the passage? The extreme example of regular and concentrated work given in the passage is that Italian dramatist Alfieri even made his servant tie him to his study table, so that if anyone wanted to disturb him from his study, he could say that I am tied and chained to my table and chair. So he got up when his study hours were over. So it was a self imprisonment for the purpose of study. Write a suitable title for the above passage. There could be several suitable titles for this passage. Say, for example, regular timetable, or set timetable, or set routine and timetable. But do not avoid the word timetable, because from the very beginning to the end, the author writes the paragraph around the timetable. So timetable is the main word which should be there in the passage. We shall be taking some other comprehension passages in our next video class. Thank you so much.